So if you are struggling with relationships, relationship with yourself and relationship with others, then this is the video for you. Again, this is the video which is based on the learnings which I had in the breakthrough experience with Dr. John D. Martini. And the title of this video is Be Authentic You. इसको हम समझेंगे डिटेल में how you have to be authentic you. Before that, people who are watching me for the first time, my name is Rupali Goyal. I'm a law of attraction coach and I'm an author. So without any delay, let's get started in this video. Now, there are two scenarios in which we operate. Number one, there are times in our life when we admire people to a great extent, right? हम सबके life में कुछ ideals होते हैं. We like to become like few people, or we feel that they are more successful than us. We feel they are having amazing relationships. We feel that they are successful in all the areas of their life, and we admire them so much. But the downside of this is, in this process of admiring somebody so much, we minimize ourselves. हम अपने आप को बहुत कम समझते हैं. We feel that that the other person is above us. In that process, we also try to inject their values. Now, on human values, I have made a separate video. If you haven't watched that video, do go back to that video which is there in the description box. Click that link and then come to this video, because then this will make more sense. So, जब भी हम किसी दूसरे पर्सन को बहुत एडमायर करते हैं या उनके जैसा बनना चाहते हैं, in that process we try to take their value system in our value system. Let me give you an example from our community. So there was a person who mentioned that he wanted to write books. Now he was inspired by other people who were writing books in the community, but later after doing this session he found out that writing book was not one of his value. He just borrowed that value from the people around him. इसका मतलब ये है कि वो सिर्फ इसीलिए बुक लिखना चाहते थे because he thought that becoming an author is something he also wants to do because other people are doing, because he was looking up to other people who were doing the same thing, right? But later he found out when he started writing that writing book is not his core strength. It is not his value. So this is the area where we need to be very much cautious, where we may admire people but never ever try to duplicate whatever they are doing, because in that process we forget what are our core values, we forget what are our strengths, and we just blindly try to copy that person. So this is a big blunder where we forget to be our own self. Scenario number two. There are areas in life definitely where we feel that the other person is below us, where we want the other person to follow what we are doing. It happens in our day-to-day life with our spouse, with our kids. For an example, you might be a health freak. You like to get up early, you like to do exercise, you like to be fit, but you see that your spouse is not that much into workouts and exercising. But what you do? We try to change our spouse and we try to tell them that you should do exercise, you should get up early, you should stop eating junk food, you should start eating healthy food. But in that process, we are trying to minimize the other person. We are trying to put ourselves above, and we think that the other person is not up to the mark or he doesn't value health. But again, you need to understand that being healthy might not be his or her value, top priority value, right? We spoke about top 3 values. So it is very important to understand that every person, every human being on this earth operates through their own value system. तो हमें 2 चीज़ों का ध्यान रखना है. We should never make somebody feel above us. We should never admire somebody so much that we start injecting their values and we forget who we are. And on the other hand, we should not try to devalue somebody so much that we try to impose our value system on them, because in दोनों ही process में we actually forget that we are having a unique value system and the other person is also having a unique value system. And once we understand that every person operates from his or her value system, it is very, very easy for us to relate with ourselves and to relate with others. और अगर आप इस चीज़ को प्रैक्टिकली अप्लाई करना चाहते हैं तो राइट डाउन दोज फ्यू पीपल नेम वेर यू आर हैविंग कॉन्फ्लिक्ट और वेर यू आर फेसिंग लॉट ऑफ friction in the relationship, and just try to see what are their daily activities. Based on that, you will know what are their value system, and when you compare them to your own life, you would understand that they have a completely different value system and you have a different value system. So there is no point in either injecting somebody's value system or imposing your value system. This is a very, very deep topic. Do comment if you understood what I just told about the two scenarios, and maybe if you want, just post examples so that it is easy for everybody to understand. Hope this video was helpful. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep spreading the magic. See you again in the next video.